Alright, welcome back to Flight Sim 2024 and welcome back to the PMDG 737-800NG. And in today's video, there's quite a lot going on. So as you can see, we are flying for FlySafair today in South Africa. We're parked on the ramp at Lanseria. It's a beautiful, calm early morning. It is currently 6 degrees outside. We have winds 190 at 5 knots and clear skies. QNH 1029, and we're going to be doing a rotation today, so down to Durban. It's about just over an hour's worth of flying time, down to Durban and then back again. The interesting thing about today is that we are tankering fuel, so we won't need to refuel coming back, but it does mean obviously that we are much heavier going out and also landing in Durban. I also have a lot going on in the sim. So we have FS to crew, which will do our virtual first officer and cabin crew. We have Beyond ATC for the traffic and virtual air traffic control. Active Sky is doing the weather. GSX is doing the ground handling and pushback. And we have, what else? Chase plane for all of the views. And of course, the PMDG 777 is the aircraft we're flying today. So that's the plan. Let's jump aboard and start getting everything ready. So we have a couple of aircraft. I don't know why that one is parked that way, although I do, because that gate faces that way. I guess at this time of the morning we are the first flight out of Lanseria for FlySafair, so I guess that aircraft would normally be parked at this gate because there are only like 4.
Checked.
So I suppose they moved it because of us. But anyway, let's go and get aboard SJS, which is our aircraft this morning. That one is FGH. Can we walk up here? Ha! We can. Okay, we are using the animated first officer version of FS to crew. So we have our lovely first officer next to us, and let's tell her that we are ready to start setting things up. This is SOP2, which is based on a low-cost airline, which means we have quite a lot of work to do as the captain today. Let's start setting up.
Roger.
Okay, so she will go and do her walk around shortly. Before we start anything, let's go and import our flight plan. Okay, so there we are.
I'm out for the walk
FlySafair 312 today. And we're going to start getting things powered up while she does the walk around. And then we'll go through the flight plan in some more detail. So let's get the battery on. These two should be off. Landing gear down. Checked. Then we want to do ground power. So I need to go here and let's just go ground ops. And no, I was there. Ground power. Okay, so once they connect, we will get a light there. Okay, so we can go onto the ground power. Cool. Position lights set to steady. We will turn the logo lights on as well. Wings, wheel well. Okay, she did that for her walk around, which is perfect. Okay, emergency exit lights armed and guarded. Flap lever, check that it's in the correct position, and that matches. Okay, test the takeoff config warning. Checked. Then we can come down here and do the fire tests. And we'll test these lights while we are here as well. Perfect. We come back here, check that all of these guys are here, and that this is all in. Very nice. Stab trims set to normal. Right, then we come up here and we do voice recorder on. test this guy. Light goes out. Very nice. Airspeed warning 1 and 2. Stall warning 1. Stall warning 2. Okay, IRS selectors to nav. Check that that light is out. And then check that the parking brake is set, which is probably is not. So we'll set that now, like so. Cool. Let's go through our flight plan in some more detail. Okay, Safair 312, 0 fuel weight to do today on the down leg, 62 tons. Expecting to land at 66.4 tons. Takeoff of just under 69. Okay, so trip fuel 2.4 tons, just under an hour in the air. And then our cruise temperature 41, winds 380. Okay, total reserves 3.7, cost index of 0.5. We have a total of just under 7 tons in the tanks today. Right, our alternate is Johannesburg, which means we come back to Joburg if we need to divert. And I'm just looking at this, I don't see that tankering fuel has been included anyway here. So I'm just going to check that on the SimBrief flight plan. Okay, it seems like it has included it. I mean, if we're only burning 2.4 tons going down and we're at 7, we should have enough to get back easily. See, it just doesn't tell us anywhere that we've got that extra fuel on board. Okay, route today, we go direct to the Johannesburg VOR, and then it's the standard route, APDAC, APMAT 1 Alpha into Durban. So that's pretty normal. Cruising at 330 today. Okay, so that all seems fine. Let's get our route programmed in, and FS to crew has the ability to control GSX, so that should sort out all of our ground crew operations, passengers, cargo, all of that cool stuff. Okay, let's get that all loaded up. This shouldn't be in pounds. Let's go and fix that. This one, is it this one? Yes. Okay, those should be on, those should be on. Very nice. Okay, we're gonna check all of that stuff shortly anyway. Okay. Let's just do this. Okay, that's set. Then we can select that route and get that requested. Okay, while we wait for that, let's go here and do those checks. So if we go to maintenance, okay, everything is 100%, it looks. Okay, cool. Right. Let's go here. So we are expecting to depart. It's normally runway 07. Oh, 25 today. Okay. And it'll be a vectored departure. Our arrival, we're expecting 06. We'll just guess that they'll give us Zulu and it'll be AFMAT 1 Alpha. Obviously that we will change along the way as we go. Okay, performance calculations. Let's go and do that. So takeoff. It's runway 25. We'll import all of this. In fact, we can import from the aircraft. Very nice. Weather and our calculations. Okay, flaps 5, pretty normal. Selected temperature of 26, and then we've got 44, 45, and 49. Let's go over here. No, not this one. 62, that's correct. Reserves, I've forgotten now. 3.7. Cost index is 5. 330. This was 300 at 80. And then this one was at 40 or 41? 41. That's negative 41. That goes in there. That's fine. That's all good. Very nice. Okay, so this is 26. Let's go back to our performance. 26. And then we go to takeoff. It'll be flaps 5. Let's put that in and we get 4.86, which we can do now already. Which is probably somewhere there. Okay, 42, 44, 49, and here we've got 44, 45, 49. So let's go to this side. Wind today at Lanseria. Aha, we've got an updated meta. 4 degrees outside, it's getting colder. Winds 0 at 0. Okay, this still doesn't quite match. I know that this isn't going to change that, but we should do this anyway while we are here. Okay, so we'll put this in manually. And 49 is correct. All right, that's all set. Okay, let's go and have a look at the charts. Right, noise abatement is what we are looking for. Okay, departures. NADP 1. So can be disregarded at 3,000 feet or when leveled off. Immediate after takeoff turnouts must be avoided. Runway heading must be maintained to a reasonable altitude. We're doing that anyway because we're getting vectors. Okay, so NADP 1. So we'll do 1,500 and 3,000. So thrust reduction 1,500 and then acceleration 3,000. Cool. Okay, that's sorted. Right, we're not gonna do run-ups, so that's cool. Let's go and have a look at the airport chart. Okay, so we will push to face northeast, and they'll probably give us Romeo and then Alpha short on Alpha 1.
I'm back. No issues on the walk
Nice
around.
and easy. Cool, she's back from her walk around. And she will start doing her thing as well. Okay, we've got a couple more things to do. One of them is contacting ATC, which we'll do shortly. But let's do light tests.
Glide slow. Pull up. Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear. Terrain, terrain. Pull up. Airspeed low.
Okay, and oxygen.
Sink rate. Pull up. Terrain. Pull up. Don't sink. Don't sink. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Gear. Too low.
Okay, I'm a bit concerned
Too low. Terrain.
that we haven't
slow.
started boarding or anything yet,
Bank
so
angle, bank
we'll
angle.
see.
Approaching minimums.
I don't know if I turned that
Minimums.
stuff off, maybe. I
2500.
don't think so.
1000.
Okay, she's doing some tests. What else do we need to do? Let's set our QNH 1030. That's already set. Nice.
50.
Nosewheel steering set
Here's the
to
fuel slide.
normal.
Thanks.
10.
Welcome. Have a nice flight.
Okay, and CDU we've set. So we are going to contact
Too low. Terrain.
Lanseria Clearance 122850. Lanseria Clearance, good morning. Safair 312. IFR to Durban, King Shaka, ready to copy.
Safair 312, Lanseria delivery, information Charlie current, clear to King Shaka, runway 07, after the Johannesburg, climb to flight level 100, squawk 4323.
Okay, we have information Charlie, cleared to King Shaka, runway 07. After departure, vectors to Johannesburg, initial climb flight level 100, squawk 4323, Safair 312. Okay, we're going to change our departure.
Safair 312, read back correct. Contact ground 121.65 when ready for push or start.
121.65, Safair 312, thank you. Okay, so we just have to change that, but it means it's going to delete all of our speeds. So we'll redo our calculation over here. I thought it was interesting they gave us 2.5. It's normally 0.7. Okay, 559. Still 26, still 5. Cool. Okay, that is sorted. Initial climb flight level 100 is already there.
All aircraft be advised, information Delta now current, QNH 1030.
Okay, we have Delta 1030. We don't have LNAV because I'm a chop. It's going to be, oops, the side. Okay, let's come up here now and finish our checks. So, flight controls. These are all closed and guarded. Your damper we can now turn on. I don't think GSX is going to do our boarding and stuff for some reason. In fact, let me check here on the settings. So, see, I've got GSX on. So why? Oh, this is all the way down. Okay, that's probably me when I was using self-loading cargo. So maybe we should just go and call GSX ourselves. Let's just refresh that. And we don't need to do fueling because we've sorted that out ourselves. Let's just do boarding. I think. Okay, we'll carry on. So these are all on normal, that's on auto. Normal. Fueling is done, so we can turn all of these on. We don't have any in the center tanks, so we can leave that off. We'll go ahead now and fire up the APU because the passengers are boarding. We can turn these on. Fueling is done, passengers are boarding. We'll fire up the APU so we can get some air conditioning running. And we'll also turn on the fasten seatbelt sign. And we can turn these on now. These will go to auto and that can come on. We're cruising today at 330. I think I just said yes to the airplane stairs, but we don't have stairs. Oops, I should have asked them to bring stairs. Oh, it looks like they are. Cool. Right, let's go here. And what was I looking for? This. Durban is 307. Okay, so that is set. That's all good for now. We'll flip over to the APU. Okay, trim air is on, auto, open, and these are all on. Perfect. Okay, ignition today is odd, so we will go left. MCP is set. Let's reset the fuel flow. Auto brake RTO. Okay, oil and all of that we have checked and all of that looks good. The transponder should be on standby, but PMDG doesn't do that. Okay, it is in the 737, cool. That's set. I never set my score code. So it was, where I wrote it here, 4323. Okay, that's set. And then we have 0, and that's all good. Fantastic. Right, let's run the departure brief. So we're going to push back from the gate. Assume takeoff. Assume takeoff. Assumed temperature takeoff. What else? APU will be off. NADP 1 bleeds on. Anti-ice not required. First flight of the day, we're overweight. It's going to be vectors and threats. Nothing specific. So let's run that.
Are you ready for the departure brief?
Go ahead.
Okay, it's going to be a standard pushback and start of the gate. Take's route will be as assigned by ATC. It will be a left seat takeoff, using an assumed temperature. Planning a flaps 5 takeoff. Anti-ice will be off. We are over our maximum landing weight, so if we are able, we will hold and burn off fuel before returning to the airport. Okay, all going well, departure rating will be via ATC vectors. We'll use NADP1. We never sound. Flight directors are on, minus master, navigation radios are set, NOTAMs and the aircraft defect blocks have been reviewed. Any questions, comments or concerns?
No questions.
Departure brief complete.
Okay, sun is starting to rise in the background there. This side is still dark. There come our passengers. Up the stairs. But on that side, we're starting to see some light. Right, I think we are pretty much sorted. We've got some checklists to do, which we will run just now. Otherwise, all looks good so far. Yeah, okay, I shouldn't have chosen aircraft stairs. I should have asked them to actually just bring stairs. This guy's got his nav lights on as well. I wonder if they're going to be rolling out of here shortly as well. I wonder if that's the only bus. These buses from GSX seem to carry an awful lot of people. We'll see. I wonder if there's another one that has to come as well. Okay, while that's happening, let's just come up here and check temperatures. It's a little chilly in the cabin, but it's not crazy cold. Right, let's do some checklists. Safety inspection checklist, and before start checklist to the line.
Safety inspection checklist. Surfaces and chalks.
Checked.
Maintenance status.
Checked.
Battery.
On.
Electrical hydraulic pumps.
On.
Landing gear lever.
Down.
Ship's library.
Hi guys, here's the load sheet for you.
Thank you.
No problem, have a safe flight.
Checked.
Safety inspection checklist completed. IRS mode selectors.
Nav.
Gear pins.
1, 2, 3 removed.
Probe covers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 removed.
Light test.
Checked.
Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Yaw damper.
On.
Nav transfer and display switches.
Normal auto.
Fuel.
Set and checked.
Cabin utility IFE galley power.
On.
Emergency exit lights.
Armed.
Fasten belts.
On.
Window heat.
On.
Air conditioning and pressurization.
Pax auto bleeds on set.
Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Instruments.
Cross-checked.
Auto brake.
RTO. RTO.
Hydraulics.
Normal.
Speed brake.
Down detent.
Parking brake.
Set.
Stabilizer trim cut and switched.
Normal.
Wheel well fire warning.
Checked.
Radios, radar, and transponder.
Set and standby.
Radios, radar, and transponder.
Set and checked. Set and checked.
Rudder and aileron trims.
Free and zero.
Takeoff briefing.
Discussed.
PA.
Complete.
FMC and CDU.
Set.
N1, and indicate airspeed bugs.
Set and checked. Set and checked.
Stabilizer trim.
Set and checked.
Performance weight and balance.
Signed and sent.
Signed and sent. Phones.
Off.
Off. Electronic flight bag.
Set and checked.
Airplane mode and stowed. Flight deck windows and cockpit door.
Oh my word, how do I close this? Well, that's a problem. There we go. See, there is another bus. The GSX sounds for when they talk to you about what's going on is so soft, and I've got them turned all the way up, so I guess she said something about the second bus. Locked.
Doors.
Closed.
Doors.
Right, that is not true because the passengers are still boarding. Okay, this must be the last group of passengers. And it doesn't look like there's that many people left on the bus. And we did start the GSX boarding later than I should have. Because normally one of the flight attendants will ask if they can start boarding, and then when you say yes, it will trigger GSX. But that didn't happen because I had that turned off. Okay, there we go. People are pretty much done on the bus. Is that the last person? Looks like it. See, the pushback truck is in front of the pushback tug is in front of that other 737. I wonder who's going to be out of here first, us or them. There is an early flight that goes to Cape Town, so right, bus is closing. We just want to wait for them to close the doors. Once everyone is on. Please don't tell me there's another bus. We've only got 156 passengers. And 2 buses should be fine. We haven't heard anyone else call up for clearance, so I assume that that aircraft is behind us in the process. Okay, let's just look at GSX and see what's happening. Okay, so boarding is complete. The bus is just cool. We'll just pretend that that didn't happen. So then we can close everything up. What am I trying to do? Yes, here. Vehicles, door management, close all. Closed.
Passengers.
Seated.
Before start checklist to the line completed.
Ground, good morning. Safair 312, ready for push and start.
Safair 312, Lanseria ground. Pushback approved. Face southwest.
Pushback approved, face southwest. Safair 312, thank you.
Hello, Captain.
You're very welcome.
Ready for pushback.
Before start checklist below the line.
Before start checklist below the line. Air conditioning packs.
Off.
Anti-collision light.
On.
Anti-collision light.
On.
Parking brake.
Set.
Transponder.
Set and checked.
Before start checklist below the line completed.
Locking gear.
Okay, so we'll start our pushback and then we will start our engines. Okay, they should just ask us now which way we want to face. Obviously, it's now different to what I initially briefed because we are going to 07. So we're going to face this way and we'll get well, hold short Alpha 4. We want to be nose left. See, what is doing this? Something is stopping GSX. Could be this. Aha.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Start engine 2.
Starting engine 2. Oil pressure. Starter cutout. Number 2 stable.
Parking
Start engine 1.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Okay, generators. Get the packs back on. Warm up the passengers. That goes off. That goes to auto. These come on. We can turn these on. And we can turn this off now. These go to continuous. Okay, so there's an issue that I just need to fix my flight controls mapping quick. Okay, so that's this Safair calling for pushback, so we need to get moving. Flight controls check complete. Flight controls check complete. Flight controls check complete. Flight controls check complete. Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist.
Ground Safair
Generators.
312 ready for taxi. On.
APU.
Off.
Start switches.
Continuous.
Probe heat.
On.
Anti-ice.
Taxi to holding point Alpha 4, runway 07 via Sierra Alpha, Safair 312. Off. Off.
Air conditioning.
Pax auto bleeds on.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
Flaps.
5 required, 5 selected, green light.
Stabilizer trim.
Set and checked.
Start levers.
Safair 354.
Idle detent.
Flight controls.
Pushback approved. Face southwest.
Checked.
Pushback
Recall.
and engine start approved. Face southwest.
Checked.
Safair
Before
354.
taxi checklist completed.
Before takeoff checklist to the line.
Before takeoff checklist to the line. Config.
Checked.
Flaps.
5-5 green lights.
Stabilizer trim.
Set eject.
Stabilizer trim.
Set and checked. Set and checked.
Takeoff briefing.
Reviewed.
Cabin.
Secure.
Before takeoff checklist to the line completed.
Zulu Sierra Sierra Whiskey Romeo Ramp Sierra 1 request pushback and engine start.
Zulu Sierra Sierra Whiskey Romeo, Lanseria ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face northeast.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face northeast Zulu Sierra Sierra Whiskey Romeo.
Safair 354, request taxi to the active.
Safair 354, taxi to holding point Alpha 4 runway 07 via Sierra Alpha.
Taxi to holding point Alpha 4 runway 07 via Sierra Alpha, Safair 354.
Safair 312, contact Lanseria Tower 124.0.
124.0, Safair 312, good day. Tower, good morning, Safair 312, runway 07, ready for departure.
Safair 312, Lanseria Tower, wind calm, flight heading 070, runway 07, cleared for takeoff.
Heading 070, clear for takeoff, runway 07, Safair 312. Before takeoff checklist, below the line.
Stand by. Before takeoff checklist, below the line. MCP.
Set. Set.
Transponder.
TARA.
Strobe lights.
On.
Landing lights.
On.
Before takeoff checklist, below the line, completed. Stabilized.
Set takeoff thrust.
Takeoff thrust set, indicators normal. $80 knots. V1, rotate.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up.
Positive rate. Gear up. Heading select.
Safair 354, holding short, runway 07.
Safair 354, runway 07, line up and wait.
Runway 07, line up and wait, Safair 354.
Safair 312, contact Johannesburg control west 118.5.
118.5, Safair 312, good day. Control, good morning, Safair 312, passing 7,000, climbing flight level 100.
Safair 312, Johannesburg control west, good morning, identified, climb flight level 330.
Set flight level 330. Climb flight level 330, Safair 312.
Set.
Safair 312, turn right, heading 155.
Turn right, heading 155, Safair 312. Flaps 1.
Link
Speed check,
120,
flaps
Papa,
1.
contact AORUS control 126.1.
Center on 126.1, link 120 Papa.
Flaps up.
Speed checked. Flaps up. Flaps up. No lights.
After takeoff checklist.
Tambo Control
Standby.
West, Stafford 354, good morning. Passing 5,000 feet, climbing to flight level 100.
Stafford 354 to
Set standard.
Control West, good morning. Identified, climb flight level 170.
After takeoff checklist, air
Climb
conditioning
flight
and
level
pressurization.
170, Stafford
Set standard.
1.8. Set altimeters.
Link 172, contact Gabor on approach 12.
Set standard.
Contact Gabor on approach 12.
Set and checked.
After takeoff checklist completed.
Set standard.
Stafford 312, turn right, heading 165.
Turn right heading 165. Safair 312.
Stafford 312, clear direct Johannesburg.
Altimeters.
Resume on navigation.
10 checks.
10 checks. Fuel 4.
Direct
pumps on,
Johannesburg.
lights.
Safair 312.
APU, air conditioning and pressurization. 2.6. Fasten belts. Recall. Monitor 121.50 on VHF2.
Okay, there we are. Passing 10,000 feet now. We're cleared all the way up to our cruise altitude already. And powering our way out of Lanseria, about to cross over our Tambo airport. And that other Safair, Safair 35 something, is just behind us as well. I've just got a little stutter every now and then, which is new. So it might be something to do with Joburg scenery. So I have the Anybuilds airport for Tambo, which is quite a performance hog, so I think it might be that. Okay, the Durban flights are pretty quick because you only cruise for 10 or 15 minutes and then you start your descent. Right, as we are overhead our Tambo airport now. The sun is starting to rise. And we're in for about an hour's worth of flying. There's flight level 150 now. But everything is set. We just settle into the cruise now. Oh, climb and cruise, I guess. Now you can just see our Tambo's runways below us now.
Stafford 354, climb flight level 350.
Climb flight level 350, Stafford 354.
See, that stutter is now happening at like a consistent duration. There it is. There it is again. So, I don't know, that's weird. Wasn't there on my previous flight that I did earlier today. That screen should actually be blanked. Right. This is what I was talking about earlier. So there's our top of climb, there's our top of descent. It's not very long in between them. As my wing view is set up on this side, let's actually go create another one on this side as well. Something like that. Now this is also a fairly recent addition where this takes a while to open up. It's still an experimental build, so...
Turn right, heading 110, link 80.
Ah, that's fine. I think it goes right to the top. And then we'll put that on 1. And then we need to put the other one on 2. Yes, because this is on the right-hand side. Okay, so now if I go 1, it takes us there. How cool is that? Okay, we should have a right-hand turn in a bit.
Traffic 354, cleared get up, 1 Charlie arrival, runway 06.
Cleared get up, 1 Charlie arrival, runway 06, after 354.
Now there's our right-hand turn.
Link 80 QNH102 to expect radar vectors for VOD and approach runway 02.
QNH102 to expect radar vectors for VOD and approach runway 02, link 80.
Runway 02, where is that?
070.
Descend to flight level 070, link 80.
So getting a VOR approach to runway 02.
Ferrari radar 131.5.
Contact
Oh, there we... Oh, it's a different one.
link 100 Bravo.
It's not Kruger because that's 05.
Report ready for descent.
Ready for descent, Sapphire 354.
Sapphire 354, descent to flight level 160.
Descend to flight level 160, Sapphire 354.
Was Sapphire 354 the one that pushed back behind us? They can't be getting descent already. Maybe it was 5 something else. I know they were 35 something. Okay, we are now 105 miles from our top of descent, so coming up fairly soon. We haven't even reached the top of climb yet.
Link 80, descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1022.
Descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1022, link 80.
Okay, I'm just going to turn the auto respond on beyond ATC, so first officer can deal with that as well. We're 1,000 feet to go now. There we go. Another right-hand turn.
1 Alpha arrival runway 06.
That's us. Cleared Apmat 1 Alpha runway 06, Sapphire 312. We only just leveled off. And we're already being told our arrival.
Descend to 5,000 feet, link 80.
Botswana 01, cleared of Eagle 1 Charlie arrival runway 03 right.
Cleared of Eagle
Hey, Botswana, that'll be an ATR.
03 right, Botswana 01.
Okay, 65 miles from top of descent. Okay, at least they gave us exactly what we planned for, so we don't have to change anything. Or am I lying? They didn't give us 06, did they?
4,000 feet, link 80.
Link Link 80, 4 miles from CD02, turn left, heading 035, maintain 4,000 feet until established on the final approach course, cleared Vodden approach runway 02. Turn left, heading 035, 4,000 feet until
What's the other one in Durban? 24.
approach runway 02.
I think they gave us that. Wait, I have the SimBrief plan here. Let me check.
119.9, bye-bye. Center on 119.9, link 80.
No, our flight plan did have 06. Cool. A little bit of texture in the air. Pretty smooth, but every now and then you'll see the wings bounce around a bit. There we go.
Safair 312, report ready for descent.
We'll report ready for descent, Safair 312. Now we got another 2 or 3 minutes.
312, descent to flight level 063.
Never mind.
Flight level 063, Safair 2.
Oh, cool. Well, the auto respond was very useful. 063. Set flight level 063.
Flight level 063 set.
Okay. Well, we're 40 miles from our top of descent now. Let's do some planning. I'll just double check that I did set 06. Yes, I did. Okay, they didn't tell us which one yet, but that's normal. You have control.
I have control.
Okay, so we're expecting to stop around halfway. This flaps 30. And auto brakes 3. Ooh. If we do auto brakes 2. Yeah, that's fine. Because landing 06. Okay, and this will always go back to the home page like so for some reason. Right, airport. Okay, so 06 means we are going away from the terminal. But yeah, auto brakes 3 is quite hectic. Okay, let's do briefing. So we're arriving via a star. It's going to be an ILS. Landing flaps 30. Bleeds on. Runways dry. Auto brake 2. Single engine taxi no. We're arriving at a gate. APU after landing. Threats we'll say none. Final sector no. Okay, let's go and get
Control west, Southwest 301, passing 5,400 feet, climbing to flight level 100.
Safair 301, Johannesburg control west, identified, climb flight level 180.
Climb flight level 180, Safair 301.
Safair 301, climb flight level 360.
Climb flight level 360, Safair 301.
Okay, missed approach. $3,000. Alright, final approach fixed altitude will probably be 3,000 as well, and it is. Landing runway ID 06. Okay, let's run our briefing.
Ready for the approach brief?
Okay.
The arrival routing will be by the ATC ascent start, complying with all published speed and altitude restrictions. For an ILS approach, landing with flaps 30 landing. Final approach fixed altitude is 3,000 feet. Decision altitude is 200 feet. Missed approach altitude is 3,000 feet. Taxi route in will be assigned by ATC. We'll be arriving at the gate. Descent speed and navigation radius are set. Airport items have been reviewed. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
No questions.
Approach brief
Descent
complete.
flight level 080, Safair 354.
Okay, then I just want to set 487 over here. Okay, that's it. I have control. Okay, we're going to start descending shortly.
You have control.
Right, weather Durban King Shaka. Temperature 7 degrees. Winds 30 at 12 knots. Fun. QNH 1022. Okay, so we're going to have a bit of wind to deal with. 30 is pretty close to the runway heading, so most of it is going to be on the nose.
312, contact Johannesburg Control, East 119.9.
119.9, Safair 312, good day. Control, good morning, Safair 312, flight level 330, descending flight level 063.
Safair 312, Johannesburg Control is identified.
Descent checklist.
Descent checklist. Pressurization.
Set and checked.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Approach briefing and fuel.
Discussed.
Indicated airspeed and altimeter bugs.
Set and checked.
Descent checklist completed.
Right. And we're going to start our descent shortly. It's so funny when you fly this flight as a passenger, like you sit there and it feels like you're just sitting waiting, obviously, but as a pilot, it feels like you never stop because we just got to our cruising altitude and now you're preparing for the descent. Obviously, I'm not a real-world pilot. I imagine it's actually even more busy when you do this for real. That is rain below us, which is very interesting.
Johannesburg Control, East Safair 354, passing flight level 143, descending to flight level 080.
Safair 354, Johannesburg Control is identified.
Right, we have begun our descent. Definitely does look like there's some rain down there. Been like really clear weather all over South Africa for the last couple of days. That's why I'm saying it's a bit strange that super clear at Lanseria, completely clear in Durban, and then a bit of rain here in between. Okay, we ended up a little bit high for some reason, but we'll sort that out, I'm sure.
Descend to 5,900 feet, QNH 1022 Safair 354.
Okay, let's see. ILS. Set 111.3 on nav1.
Set.
Set 111.3 on nav2.
Set.
Set course on my side 062.
062. Set.
Contact Urban approach.
Set course on your side 062.
Contact Urban approach 125.75 Safair 354.
062. Set.
Cool. Frequency and course set both sides. Okay, we're expecting to land with 4.4 tons on board. Right, what did I pick here? I think it was Zulu. Yeah, let's hope they give us that one. Otherwise, we may have to change. What's our vertical profile looking? We're still a bit high, but we're very, very slowly catching up. Now we've passed over all the rain, it seems, back into the clear skies. Okay, there is a forecast of the possibility of mist between so 2700 and 2706, and we are 2705 now, so could be, but it's not forecast. It's not reported, so I don't think there's going to be any mist when we get there. Okay, let's sort out this vertical profile. Alright, a little bit of speed brakes. Right, so our altitude clearances have been very interesting today. Initial climb, flight level 100, then straight to 330, and then cleared straight down to 063. So 063 isn't going to be the final one, because we've got to go down to 3000 still, but still, obviously there's no one in front of us. However, Safair 354 was already handed over to approach, so they must be in front of us, but I'm pretty sure that's the aircraft that took off behind us from Lanseria. Unless I just got the numbers mixed up. And 354 could have taken off from Joburg just before us. Obviously also heading to Durban. Let me see, if I open up the Beyond ATC window and I scroll through... Yeah, 354. They took off after us from Lanseria. How are they so far ahead of us? Anyway, we're now only 300 above our profile, 200. Now there's 220. There's 200. There's 100. Right, there we are, back on profile. Speed brakes retracted. Okay, the sun is well and truly up now. This is the Tugela River below us. Okay, right hand turn coming up.
Turn left, heading 155, vectors for the approach.
Left heading 155, Safair 312. Interesting. You gave us a star. Now we're getting vectors. And a vector that takes us in the wrong direction. Why does it look like you want us to change to runway 24? And please don't change us to 24 because that doesn't make sense with the wind. Anyway, we shall see. Be kind of cool if they vector us off the coast and from the other side of the airport. That's always really fun. Okay, it's passing flight level 180. Yeah, that's actually Richards Bay over there.
Johannesburg Control East, link 733 Bravo, passing flight level 300, descending to flight level 250.
SAFAir 312, contact Durban approach 125.75.
Sure. 125.75, SAFAir 312, good day. Approach, good morning, SAFAir 312, passing flight level 170, descending flight level 063.
SAFAir 312 Durban approach. Information Juliet current, QNH 1022, expect radar vectors for ILS Zulu approach runway 06.
Information Juliet, QNH 1022, and expect radar vectors for the ILS Zulu runway 06, SAFAir 312. Okay, so this is runway 06, SAFAir 312. It's interesting vectors. They're putting us this far
SAFAir 312, turn right,
north.
215.
There we go.
3,100 feet until established. Cleared ILS Zulu approach runway 06.
Ish. Turn right heading 215, maintain 3,100 until established, cleared for the ILS Zulu, runway 06. SAFAir 312. So Beyond ATC has gotten confused between runway 24 and runway 06, it seems. Because that intercept heading would be okay if we were doing runway 24, but it's not for runway 06. So we will vector ourselves. We're going to continue on this heading until we cross over the coastline. Yeah, I mean, this is basically exactly how they vector you for runway 24. We're a bit high, but that makes sense because our whole profile was designed on going past the airport. So normally we'd be a bit lower than this. But from APMAT, they take you off towards the coast and then turn you in exactly like this. So that is very strange. Anyway, we can do our own vectors along the coast. What I could also do is just join us back onto the star. That would be better for our whole profile. Maybe we should just do that. So, is that LE002? Yes, it is. So we will go direct to that one. Then let's go LNAV. Now there still is a little vectored section at the end that we would need to vector ourselves, but the rest is done for us, and we have a vertical profile as well. Nice day in Durban. I guess, besides the wind, it's also quite cold at 7 degrees, but it is 5:30 in the morning. No, it's 7:30 in the morning. It's 5:30 Zulu. So we're +2. So 7 o'clock or 5:30. Yo, okay, let's try that again. 7:30 local time. Should be seeing the airport though. Yeah, there it is there. Okay, flight level 110. Coming up shortly. There's another aircraft climbing out of Durban. Right, about to hit flight level 100 again.
Altimeters.
10 checks.
10 checks. Fuel 4. Pumps on. Lights. Angle of bank. Air conditioning and pressurization. 4.5. Fasten belts. Recall 121.50 deselected.
FAFF 312, contacting Shaka Tower 118.45 per day.
118.45. Safair 312, good day. Once again, very interesting. Okay, it's going to be a while before we call up the tower. I can really see the stutters now when I zoom in. Okay. Flaps 5.
Speed checked. Flaps 5.
Okay, I guess you wouldn't normally do this, but I'm going to not do that, to do this. There we go. This is Inanda Dam in front of us. And we're going to turn basically alongside the dam. We're going to make our left-hand turn to join the approach. Set QNH 1022. Set QNH 1022. Fine, don't then. I'll do it. There's a bit of that wind, 12 knots behind us. That's kind of what we're expecting on the ground as well. Okay, I'm gonna arm the spoilers. Watch our left-hand turn here from the cabin. It's a pity about that little stutter, but otherwise it looks awesome. Arm approach. Arm approach.
Approach armed. One to go.
the city and the harbor on that side, and obviously the coast. Okay, we're 11 miles out now. I'm just looking on the Navigraph app while we are looking out the window. King Shaka Tower, good morning. Safair 312, ILS Zulu runway 06.
Safair 312, King Shaka Tower, continue.
Continue approach Safair 312. I wonder if there's someone in front of us. Okay, I'm gonna do the gear and flaps a little bit early so we can watch it from here. Gear down, flaps 15.
Gear down.
Flaps 15.
Speed checked. Flaps 15.
Set speed 155.
155 set.
Approach checklist. Flap steady.
Speed checked. Check. Flaps 30.
Landing checklist. Landing checklist. Before landing checklist. Landing checklist. Landing checklist to flaps.
Landing checklist to flaps. Start switches.
Continuous.
Recall. Recall.
Checked.
Speed brake.
Armed. Green light.
Landing gear.
Down 3 green.
Auto brake.
2 set.
Flaps.
30-30 green light.
Landing lights.
On.
Landing checklist completed.
Traffic.
Safair 312, go around. Fly runway center line. Maintain 5,700 feet.
Go around, Safair 312.
Negative.
Runway center.
5,700 feet.
Runway center line 5,700 feet, Safair 312.
Safair 312, contact Durban approach 125.75.
125.75, Safair 312. Gear up, flaps 15.
Right. Gear up. Gear up.
Flaps 15.
Speed checked. Speed checked.
Set speed 235.
Flaps 15. 2, 3, 5, set.
Approach. Hello again, Safair 312. Missed approach.
Safair 312, welcome.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked.
Continue flaps. Correction. Continue Safair 312.
Safair 260.
Flaps up.
180 knots.
Maintain 180 knots. Safair
Flaps
260.
1.
Right.
Speed checked.
I don't know what happened there. There was all sorts of
Flaps up.
stuff on the runway. But anyway, we are on the go around. That was a pretty chilled go around because we actually got the call quite early. After takeoff checklist.
Safair 260. Resume normal speed.
Resume normal speed. Safair 260.
It is a bit annoying though. Okay, we do need a vector now.
Safair 312, turn left, heading 345.
Left heading 345, Safair 312. Why did my heading select stop working?
320.
Left heading 320, Safair 312.
Safair 260, contact King Shaka Tower 118.45.
Over to tower 118.45. Safair 260. Have a good morning. Have a good morning.
Safair 312, turn left, heading 245. Expect further clearance in about 22 miles.
Left heading 245, Safair 312. Okay, we're basically back onto that star now, but my issue now is we burnt quite a lot of fuel, and we were supposed to be heading back to Joburg on the same tank of fuel, so now it looks like we might end up having to refuel actually. Okay, I guess we run the approach brief again. It is the same.
Are you ready for the approach brief?
Okay.
The arrival routing will be by the ATC assigned start, complying with all published speed and altitude procedures. For an ILS approach, landing with flaps 30 landing. Final approach fixed altitude is 3,000 feet. Decision altitude is 200 feet. Missed approach altitude is 3,000 feet. Taxi route in will be assigned by ATC. We'll be arriving at the gate. Descent speed and navigation radius are set. Airport items have been reviewed. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
No questions.
Approach brief complete.
Set and checked.
After takeoff checklist completed.
I have control.
You have control.
Okay, I messed up FS to crew by not saying go around. So I think that's why she's missing a few things, but it's fine. We'll do that. We should still have, yeah, I see we're into the reserve fuel now. We're gonna have to refuel. Okay, there we go, flaps 30. Okay, 149, so we're 154. Okay, let's try again. So shortly, they should get us to descend to 3,000. And then give us a turn to intercept the ILS. But I mean, you can see we're basically back where we started. I think last time we were maybe a little bit further to the left, but that's about it. Honestly, I don't know if we're gonna do a return leg at this rate. This video is way longer. Well, it's longer now than I wanted it to be. Maybe we'll skip the return on this one because of the fuel as well. Left heading 235, Safair 312. And we can save that for another video. So yeah, we're over 2 hours on the video now. Or 2 hours of recording. Some of that will be cut out.
Safair 312, turn left heading 165.
Left heading 165, Safair 312. Okay, once they descend us, I will slow down as well. See, they're not talking to anyone else. So there was that Safair 260 that I think was on the ILS, but behind us. But I don't know, there were 2 aircraft on the runway when we tried to land.
Descend to 3,800 feet, QNH 1022.
Left heading 100, descend to 3,800 feet, QNH 1022, Safair 316. Correction, 312. Ah, that's gonna confuse them. Ah, they're fine. Okay, let's bring this down to 200 as well. Otherwise, we're going to struggle to slow down. Flaps 5.
Speed checked. Speed checked.
Oh, they didn't clear me to intercept the ILS. I'm doing it though. I'm getting to that point where we kind of just stop listening to Beyond ACC and do what needs to be done.
Safair 312, turn left heading 060.
Left heading 060, Safair 312. So we're going to end up high now. Okay, we're on the localizer. Right, we'll get some speed brakes in. Okay, 10 miles out, we should be able to make it. We need to go lower though. This is not cool now.
2500.
What's tower? 118.45. I'm just gonna do that. Get down, flaps 15.
You're down. You're down.
Flaps 15.
Speed checked. Speed brake up. Flaps 15.
Flaps 30.
Check speed.
Yeah. Technically we would have to go around now, but I'm going to put us on the ground. Flaps 30.
Speed checked. Speed checked. Flaps 30.
Approaching minimums. 300. 200. Minimums. 100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brake not up. No reversers. $100 knots. Auto brake disarmed. 80 knots. 60 knots.
Right, welcome to Durban King Shaka. Not the prettiest landing. There was an aircraft on the runway. So I think that's what's freaked beyond ATC out. And also, yeah, no reverse. I still cannot get the PMDG 737 reverses to work with my controller. The 777 works, but the 737 just doesn't. Anyway, I don't think it was the worst landing ever. We did touch down with the right-hand gear first. But that was all because of the approach. I didn't have much time to be stable. But anyway, we are down. I'm not going to do the return leg. We don't have enough fuel. And we'll try that again on another day when Beyond ATC isn't freaking out, and maybe when my sim doesn't feel like stuttering so much. So yeah, I think that's caused all the chaos, is that there's an aircraft just parked at the end of the runway for some reason. I've never seen that before. That is a new one. From Beyond ATC there.
Aircraft be advised, information kilo now current QNH 1022.
Three minutes.
Is it an airlink flight stuck on the runway? I think it's South African Airways. Okay, we'll just do Alpha 15 here. Taxi lights off. Fine, I will do it then. Okay, parking brake set, and then we will come here, switch these off. Beacon light, seatbelts. Let's get that on. Right, what else? That's it. Here we just need to make sure that this is on standby or alt off, which is basically the same thing. Cool. Okay, jetway is connecting, and then our passengers should start disembarking shortly. Yeah, it's a South African Airways A320 that's just parked there. Very interesting. Okay, and there's GSX going to disembark everyone. The passengers are deboarding now. That jetway looks like it's not lined up at all. Did I park way further forward than I should have? I did. Okay, so that is kind of my fault. Normally we would have GSX giving us a marshaller, but because I didn't speak to tower and get a parking, we didn't do that either. So a little bit of chaos at the end there, but nevertheless a pleasant flight. The 737 is always cool to fly. I like flying into Durban, and we'll do another video where we fly back to Lanseria. But that's going to bring us to the end of this video. As always, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you did enjoy it, if you want to follow along, you know what to do down below, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.